Hey, welcome back. My name is Henry, and I'm with MovieReviewsToGo.com, and today we're going to talk about Warcraft. So this movie for me was an interesting choice of movie to watch. I've never played the game World of Warcraft, which this movie is based on. This movie is directed by Duncan Jones. I wanted to watch it because the trailers really caught my eye. It had this Lord of the Rings vibe, and I'm a big Lord of the Rings Hobbit fan, and this Warcraft movie had a lot of that. I mean, obviously it's got orcs and it's got humans, and again, not knowing much of the story from beforehand based on the game, I just kind of went in to hoping to enjoy a good movie. So the movie that we're seeing now is obviously based on the game with a little twist. I don't know that it follows the story of the game exactly. I think it has a lot of the same characters. It probably has a lot of things that many players of this game will recognize. But again, me not being familiar with it, I may be missing a lot, but from what I've heard, now this movie's been really riding on a lot of hype because it's based on a game. Now we all know movies that are made off of games are not always successful. They're fun, they're good to watch, but they haven't been like, oh my gosh, this was like an amazing movie, let's go watch it again. This one, I almost have to say it's the same, unfortunately. I loved the movie. The movie was great for the special effects. A lot of the actors were pretty good, but there were parts of the movie that just, I was a little confused. I didn't really, I knew the story started with this one character, then we got this other character, and then we had a love story, and then we had this conflict. There were some characters that I felt were out of place. Like, I don't know, did they just throw them in there because they needed it? Overall, the graphics of the movie was awesome. I mean, the orcs, there's this one scene that I remember where the orc is talking and he's like sweating, and you can see the sweat running down his arm. And I just like, wow, this is just the CGI on the movie is just so cool. Like, it looks so real. But then at times, it looked like CGI. So I don't know why they couldn't get that continuity to work throughout the whole movie. There were other scenes where there's this guy standing over this cliff, and it just, you can tell he's in a green screen room. The movie, for me, was a fun movie. It's definitely a good action-packed popcorn movie, but there's a lot of things in there that I just went over my head. Either because I don't know the game, I don't know the story behind the game, but it just felt like they kept jumping from one thing to another, and it lost me. They lost me on some of the storyline. The fight scene were cool. It was cool seeing the orcs fight the humans. I thought that part worked really well. So that was entertaining to see the action scenes. Some of the main characters, again, they just felt a little out of place. I don't know if you guys remember the Kevin Costner Robin Hood movie, where everybody around him spoke British, and then he like had an American accent. There was one character in this movie that felt like that to me. It's like everybody else is like got this old English, British type tone that they're all kind of following, and then you get this one guy who is like, anyways, it was kind of weird. The only thing that did to me was bring me out of the zone. I'm in this orc world, and everybody around me has got the same language, but this one guy. Whenever he was on screen, he just looked like a regular guy. Everybody else has beards, long hair. They spoke with that accent. They all belong there. And then you get this guy, short hair, mustache, and sounds American. That was a little letdown for me because it just kind of took me out of it as far as the whole fantasy world. The love story that was in the movie, it felt out of place too. Like, wait a second, there's a love story now? Like, I didn't see anything that would insinuate that there was going to be a love story going on. I was just like, and all of a sudden, like, it happens, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Overall, the movie was good. It's definitely a fun movie. The critics are bagging it big time. I don't know what for. It is a fun movie. So again, I like to review movies if I enjoy myself, if I have a good time watching the movie, and that's what I did. I enjoyed it. It's a great popcorn movie. I think you will have fun. Definitely see it while it's on a big screen like in a movie theater, because of the action sequences and then the big landscapes that they portray in this, it is very Lord of the Ring type feeling. So if you enjoy Lord of the Rings, you'll definitely have fun with this movie. I had a good time, but there were things that just kind of threw me off, things that kind of took me away from the movie. I'm going to probably give it a 7 out of 10 just because it was entertaining, but there were things in there that just lost me, and so I just felt like, okay, what now? I truly appreciate you guys coming to watch these reviews. I am going to do a new segment that I'm probably going to do every first Wednesday of the month. So watch for that. This Wednesday I'm going to have another video go up. What I'm going to do is I want to review, well, not review, but give you a heads up of movies happening for the current month. So leave your comments below. I love hearing what movie suggestions I should review next. I've got a few that I'm working on that I'm going to be putting up as well. If you haven't caught my True Lies review, it's already online. You can watch that. I'll put the link at the end of the video or down below. Again, share this video with others. Subscribe if you're new. Give me a like if you like what I'm saying. And I hope to see you next time and hope that you're watching movies, because I know I will.